So excited that we have to get off. If you're going to change each other.
Yeah, I know.
We need it. I'm excited. I missed the Monday last week because we were, doing that fucking meeting.
Yup. Yeah. Yup.
And then I got even more excited about it today. I forwarded the information.
Yeah.
This is what I have.
Awesome. Perfect.
Okay, so yeah, that's a great song. And then just thinking, like, I was going up, and then my parents said, yeah, and then I don't yeah, it's my restaurant. So what do you do for fun? I'll go on and like, like that's all you do.
That's a little fun.
How's everyone doing?
Great.
How's everyone doing?
Awesome.
Awesome. We're in my room. Well, welcome. My name is Marissa, and I just want to welcome you guys on this Monday, right? Okay, Monday. I don't know my dates. Monday afternoon. I'm glad that you guys are here. And I'm happy. I'm happy you guys are here. We're extra excited. I know you guys went to Phoenix.
Yeah.
Phoenix was amazing. We learned a lot. Right now, momentum is coming, and momentum is here, and we're just really excited. So the person that is going to talk to you today and introduce you just little nuggets. When I first got introduced to Seacret, I was living in a shelter with my mom. I didn't know if I wanted to go to school. I wasn't going to school, and it was just hard. I wasn't around the right people, around the environment, and I just needed something to bring me up. And when I first got introduced to Seacret 2 years ago, I was not open to it. I was not open to it at all. I remember I saw Chief Ho, and I was like, are you still doing this makeup thing? I was a little brat. But I wasn't, it wasn't my time. It really wasn't my time. But then, like I said, I ended up being in a shelter for 2 years, and that's when it was my time. I really needed something to help my mom out. Working full time in a call center really doesn't pay the school bills and the house bills. So I really needed something to help my mom out because she was at a point where it's like, school's coming out of my own pocket. I didn't take out any loans. I didn't ask my parents for help. I still don't ask my parents for help, and I still don't take loans out because, I can't. I really can't. My mom barely can make it on her own. So because of Seacret, I've been able to help her, to help a lot more. And I struggled with acne. That's the only reason really why I joined Seacret the first time. I remember I was sitting down and I was like, don't ask me to do presentations, don't ask me to do health parties, don't tell me to sell the product, it's not gonna happen. But eventually it just came out of me. I'm not going to school for sales, I'm not a salesperson, I really have to show the product. And the person I do want to introduce, someone really special to me. Because of him, I got introduced to Seacret. And even though I rejected him about 50 times in over 2 years, and I called him names, and I offended him, and I said he was about makeup, he's a very dear friend of mine. I got the pleasure of working with him when I was 17, about to turn 18. So he made fun of me because I wasn't legal and yada, yada, yada. And, I mean, but I've seen him grow and develop as a person, and he's seen me grow, and that's the type of friendship, you know, that you want to value when someone sees you grow as a person, as an individual. And he's just going to show her through the same information he shared with me, and, you know, I took the step, and it changed my life forever. So please help me welcome Chiho.
Yeah. Wow. Man, every time I hear you know, Maritza's story, it's touching, right? And I just get fired up, guys. Very, very excited as I just created a whole slew of things here. But how we all doing tonight?
Fantastic.
Man, I like the way you guys operate, man. You guys get me fired up. Well, real quick, you know, tonight we've got some very, very exciting information that we want to share with you guys. And real quick, I'll just introduce myself, just so we're not complete strangers. You know, my name is Chiho, like Maritza said, and you know, my background's not in skincare; it's actually in real estate. Before seeing Seacret, and you know, we all know right now, like the real estate market about 4 or 5 years ago was just booming, right? No, not doing too hot. Really quickly, I found myself in 3 times the amount of work. And really struggling, you know, making, you know, a quarter of the income at that time, and I was open, and just like any other good business person would do, you know, you're looking to supplement. And a good friend of mine sat me down and introduced me to Seacret. Now, as a guy, you know, I was like, yeah, right, like skincare, what is this? But what I realized is that it wasn't makeup, it was skincare. And he said something that really hit home. He says, Chi, who do you know that has skin? And the answer was everybody. See, everybody had skin. And so I got very fired up, you know, once I tried these products, and it was the business opportunity that I saw that really drew me in, guys. And so, you know, I'm going to go over some information fast, and you know, I get very excited when I talk, and so just a little FYI for you guys, for the first timers. But Secret Agent opportunity, let's get into it. As you know, we've got very, very exciting stuff. And so, you know, a lot of the times, you know, people are out here in today's, you know, world and you know, facing challenges, because we can all agree life isn't just, you know, a roller coaster, you know, it's not a smooth road. Does that make sense? You know, some people are dealing with health, some people are dealing with finances, but the key is people are facing challenges. Does that make sense? Yeah. But more importantly, Seacret has the solution. And so Seacret is the solution, largest and most advanced Dead Sea skincare company in the world. You know, we established in 2005. So how many of us have maybe heard of Seacret before coming here today? Okay, all right, a few of us, and some of us have maybe seen us at the mall, right? And that's actually how we started in 2005 with the little kiosk, grew from 1 to over 1,000 worldwide. And we've all experienced that, right? You've been to the Mall of America and experienced someone that comes up to you and says, free sample like Cole's doing, right? That was our company, right? And it's funny because we sold over, you know, sold in over 40 different countries worldwide with more than over $1 billion in retail sales, okay? And understand, if you can do over $1 billion in sales in just that 10-year time frame, that's big business, right? And, you know, produced near the Dead Sea by the largest skincare company manufacturer in the world. And so does anybody know who the largest manufacturer is? Almay, okay. Oh, close. It's L'Oreal, right? L'Oreal is the world's largest company. They actually manufacture over 500 brands we've all heard of. MAC Makeup, Lancome, you know, Ralph Lauren, Armani, the list goes on. But the key is this, they make Seacret, but Seacret is the only company that they manufacture, but they do not own. So why is that important? We still own and control how we own and operate our business. And so transition into relationship marketing in 2011, and we provide luxury skincare, guys, at really accessible prices, okay? And so it allows people to share the wealth through a generous opportunity, okay? So I get very excited talking about this, and you know, the question that I had asked in the beginning was really, why skincare, right? I mean, out of all professions, why skincare, right? Well, let me tell you what I came to find out. The skin is the largest organ in the body and first line of defense, okay? And understand, I mean, our skin is the biggest organ that we've got in the body, so whatever you've got, you know, put on there, it soaks right in. And so it prevents skin disorders and premature aging, okay? Exfoliation is a critical step that removes buildup of dead skin cells to reveal new skin cells, and healthy skin is beautiful skin, guys. That's the key. Healthy skin is beautiful skin, okay? So the challenges with skincare today, though, that a lot of people are facing, that they don't really even know. But look, we don't know what we don't know. Would we agree? Yeah. Right? You just don't know what you don't know, right? And so number one thing is this: some of us don't even use skincare. You know, like myself, I didn't use skincare before Seacret. And, you know, at younger ages, you know, you're really not too concerned about skincare, but, you know, because you're not really thinking like that. You know, you look young, you feel young, but once you kind of start getting, I would say over the age of 25, you start to see some differences, right? You start to feel some differences. And so, you know, someone like myself, you know, what I would use on my body, I'd use on my face and head, and that was it. That was my skincare. So I didn't use much skincare myself. So even if we do, we might not be using it right? So even though I was using soap, I wasn't using it right. Would we agree? I mean, I was using it a little bit wrong, right? But may not be using new technologies and science to help us keep our skin healthy and younger. So the key is this, guys. There's so much amazing products out there, more importantly, that have these Dead Sea minerals like Seacret that a lot of people don't even know about, right? And what we should be using on a day-to-day basis to help protect our skin. And so look, why the Dead Sea? Okay, by show of hands, who's maybe heard of the Dead Sea before? Few of us. All right, most of us, I should say. And lucky for you guys know more than I did when I first started. You know, when my mentor asked me, he's like, "Gee, what do you know about the Dead Sea?" I'm like, "I don't know. Is that where people died in?" I mean, I have no idea. But what I came to find out was this, right? It's got incredible healing properties that were first discovered, all right, 5,000 years ago, okay? And because, you know, there's some history there, right? It's not something that we're just talking about now. I mean, you could even YouTube, I mean, it goes all the way back into even the Bible talking about this stuff. And, you know, there's 26 minerals in the Dead Sea, which 12 of them, it's got a unique combination of 12 of them that are unique to its waters. So no one else in the world can find these minerals anywhere else but the Dead Sea. And so let's talk about these minerals. What are they good for, right? These minerals have been used for the treatments of acne, psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, muscle aches, joint pains, and so many different things. And they've taken these minerals and they put it into the whole product line, which is amazing. So once people try these products, they feel and see the result, right? And it's not enough for debate. I'm going to show you guys some pictures here in a little bit here, but visited by over 1.7 million people each year. So right here, right now, today, at this particular time, there's someone floating in the Dead Sea, right? There's someone just floating, right? And I say floating because, you know, when you go to the Dead Sea, you can't sink in the Dead Sea. It's so salty that you float on the top of it, right? Like if you were to drop a bowling ball in the Dead Sea, it'd float. Does that make sense? It's crazy, but Seacret combines the power of the Dead Sea with the latest skincare technologies. Mud and salt are natural exfoliants. So here's what I came to find out. The Dead Sea was the lowest point on Earth. So it's over 1,300 feet below sea level. And because of it being so low, again, there's these minerals that are in there that aren't found anywhere else, okay? And that's very unique. I mean, the Dead Sea is one of the 7 wonders of the world. But here's the key, guys. So why Seacret? It's the perfect blend of science and nature. See, what Seacret does is, again, infuse these Dead Sea minerals into the products, but more importantly, they use the newest and most proprietary technologies of peptides, patented silicon microstructures, nanotechnology, biomagnetism that have been shown to reduce effects of aging skin. Now, I'm naturally assuming you guys know what all that stuff was, right? Just joking. I didn't know what it was. Here's all I know. You put the product on your skin and it works. Does that make sense? Oh, yeah. And if the products work, they're going to network. Bottom line. That's all I know. Okay. Dead Sea minerals, over 70 naturally derived ingredients. They're hypoallergenic. And here's the key, guys, is that they're paraben-free. Now, what you're looking for is this symbol. Okay. It says paraben-free. Now, does anybody know what parabens are?
Preservatives?
Preservatives. Yes, my man. Out of all people, guy, you see? But parabens, what are parabens? They're preservatives, like Lee says. And see, here's the thing. In recent studies, what they found is that people that are using products, and 95% of products have parabens, by the way. And in recent studies with the people that are using these products with parabens, they're leading to traces of cancer. And so what we're looking to do is take all these things that are bad for our skin, because why? The skin is the biggest organ of the body. Does that make sense? And so we're taking these things out, and they're cruelty-free. So they're not tested on animals, right? Only on like little dogs and cats, but nothing else. I'm totally joking. totally joking. They're not animal tested, right? We love animals, right? So here's the key, guys. It's literally as easy. I know, let's have fun, man. As easy as 1, 2, 3. The regimen is so simple. We take care of your skin and get the results in 3 easy steps. We cleanse, we exfoliate, and treat, and then we moisturize, right? And it's simple because we have 2 simple lines of products that we have. Okay, there's 2 simple lines of products that we've came out with that fits with everybody. Does that make sense? It doesn't matter old, young. It doesn't matter, right? Men, women, it doesn't matter. As long as you've got skin, you're in. And so here's what it is. The 2 lines are the foundational line and then the age-defying line. Okay, so the foundational line is for everybody, and the age-defying line is really meant for the people that are concerned about their age, right? They're concerned about their skin looking older. Okay, and so we've got 2 different skincare lines for everybody. And the first line that I want to talk about is really the body products. Okay, because how many of us know people that have a body?
Oh, yeah.
Silly question, right? It's like everybody has a body, but the key is this. Okay, we've got products for your body. Especially here in Minnesota. I know it gets cold, okay, and especially in the wintertime, we crank up that heat. When we turn up that heat, what happens to our skin?
It's dry.
It gets dry. And see, not only do you want these products, you need these products. And so we've got the most amazing body products. We've got soaps. We've got the salt and oil scrub that we first tried. How many of us tried this?
Oh, yeah.
Is it good or good?
Great.
Great, right? I'm telling you, man. I mean, literally, like I see people still like rubbing their hands during the event. It's amazing. We've got the foot cream as well. And look, I love talking about this foot cream. This foot cream works. See, people that have like the dry, cracked heels and feet. My friend's wife, she walks bare feet a lot, so she has really cracked feet. And my friend came to me. He's like, "Gee, you gotta hook me up. You gotta hook me up." It's like every time she crawls into bed, it like catches onto the sheets. It's like, I'm like, okay, I got you, man. So we got some of that salt and oil scrub, okay, really exfoliated that dead skin, and then came back with that tea tree oil, okay, the foot cream, all right? And literally a week after, her feet were softer than ever before. Now, look, I can show you a lot better than I can tell you. On that right-hand side is a picture of the heel. Now, this is 2 weeks, okay? Again, the salt and oil, as well as the foot cream with the tea tree oil. You can see that major before and after. Huge difference, right? Not only is this for your heels, but it's also for your hands as well, right? And so here's just more pictures of the body. This is the before and after. Some people are combining products and doing like body wraps and losing inches off of that as well. And not only do people suffer from acne, but some people also suffer from back knee, right? And so if you've got back, again, our products work, right? This gentleman had eczema on his legs, and in just 5 days of using our products, you can see that before and after, huge difference, right? And I can keep showing you picture after picture, but you guys get the point. How many of us know people that have a face?
Oh, yeah.
Silly question, right? And again, this is a product. If you've got a face, you use these products, right? And we've got amazing facial line. One product in particular, it's a men's specific, okay? So it's a men's aftershave balm for a lot of the men in here that get these aftershave bumps when we shave, right? Gabby's like, yep. You put that on and we should call that product no bumps, right? Matter of fact, it works so well that women are now using it when they shave, right? Because they're looking to avoid razor bumps, right? So it's amazing. Let's talk about this age-defying product. How many of us want to look older in here? You guys are paying attention, right? All right, crowd participation here real quick. What this product has is infused with peptide technology, okay? Now, this is one of those big words that I had to learn through this business. But real quick, let's everybody hold your hand up just like this. And I want you to pinch your skin and then let go. And realize how fast it snaps back down, right? Because we've got a lot of, collagen in our skin. Does that make sense? But see, as kids, I go to my grandparents and I'd pinch their hand and it'd like stay up. Does that make sense? It wouldn't go back down. It's because they're losing collagen, okay? They're losing collagen. So here's the key. This age-defying product, it's infused with peptides, so it makes your skin produce more collagen naturally, okay? And so I can show you, again, a lot better than I can tell you. Here it is right here. This lady, just under her eye, okay? This is in just a matter of 2 minutes. You can see the before and after. Okay, you can see the before and you can see the after. In just 2 minutes time, you're literally seeing right under the, how many of us have seen this in person?
Oh, yeah.
By show of hands. This works amazing, right? And there's a gentleman in the room that I did this on, and he's younger too, oh my God. He's younger back there, and it worked immediately as well, so it's just amazing. We've also got a lady that it doesn't just, work, fast, but some people ask, well, what if I use this product over time? Right? How's this going to affect my skin then? Well, this is a lady that used it over 2 months. Okay, in just 2 months, this is what you see. Now, this is the before, and this is the after. It's not the other way around. This isn't a drug commercial, all right? This is the before, and this is the after. Matter of fact, she started noticing the difference so much that you could tell she got her hair did. She's ready to go out again now. I'm telling you, right? It's amazing. And we've got a flagship product, though. We got a flagship product that this is where doctors, dermatologists that are in this profession are getting excited about. And this is what we call a recover mask. Our recover mask is patented to our company. No one in the world has this product but us. And it's got what we call nanotechnology, okay? And just to kind of explain that to you, the best way is like, imagine like a grain of salt. You guys know how small the grain of salt is. Yeah. Broken into a million pieces. That is a nanoparticle, okay? And this mask is infused with all the nanoparticles. Look, in just 15 minutes, you're gonna see the before and after. This isn't, 15 days, this isn't 15 months. I'm about to show you pictures in literally 15 minutes. So look, this is a lady again before, and you can see the after in just 15 minutes. Here's another 3 people. Again, these are all pictures that we took from our iPhone, by the way. Okay, this isn't some Photoshop. This is all from our iPhone, right? The before and after, the before and after. This gentleman on the far right-hand side is 85 years old. 85 years old, and you can see the difference. Actually, he's from Wisconsin. So it's amazing. It's amazing, right? And the gentleman in the middle is actually in the room somewhere too. But now this isn't just for your face. This is also for your neck, because a lot of us know that, look, you can't, a lot of things you can't put in your neck. The Botox, the needles, the injection, well, we're getting the same or similar results, but without injecting yourself. Does that make sense? And you can't actually inject your neck with Botox. You can't put anything in your neck because there's so many veins and stuff. Well, our product, you can put on the neck, and you can see again before and after in just 15 minutes. And this is just an amazing, amazing result. And so, again, we got a pretty young crowd in here tonight, but maybe this isn't for you, but you gotta think, how many other people do we know that could benefit from this product? Does that make sense? Oh, yeah. And so, again, before and after, I don't wanna bore you guys, but I'm sure you guys get the point. I can keep going on and on and on, show you thousands of pictures, but we understand. So look, the agent benefits are simple, okay? You're able to be your own boss, all right? You have unlimited income potential. Who likes to see the world? Man, I'd love to see the world. And together as a team, we get to do that and live the life you choose. See, everybody wants to live the life we choose. And see, here's the thing with Seacret, it's funny because Seacret is literally paying us to do something that we are already doing. And I'll prove it to you. How many of us have eaten at a good restaurant or maybe watched a good movie? Oh, yeah. And how many times have you referred your friends to that? Every time, right? Every time. But here's the key. How many times did these companies pay you for that referral? That's right. Close your eyes. They've never paid me, right? I'm still waiting for my check. Does that make sense? And so here's the key. What if Seacret says, hey, look, we're going to pay you for giving us that referral. We're going to pay you for something that you're already going to do anyway. Matter of fact, even if you don't tell people, you start using our product, people will come up to you and ask you, what have you been using? And guess what? You can share Seacret with them, and guess what? You can get paid multiple ways. Now, I'm not here to break down how many ways you can get paid, but there's 5 in particular. But the next gentleman that I'm going to bring up to really tell you this information is a gentleman that fires me up, right? This gentleman is a leader of leaders, really helping expand not just here in the local market, but now tapping into Mexico. Very, very exciting stuff. Without further ado, we call him, when he speaks, people listen. We call him the leader's leader. Let's give it up for Mr. Nelson Zelaya.
Wow. Wow. Wow, give it up for Chi-Ho, man. He did an amazing job. I was pretty excited about this presentation because that's the new flip chart, right? You guys see that? That's new information right there. So it's like, man, I was super excited to hear about it. And I wouldn't be here, guys, if it wasn't for him. He helped me out a lot. He's my mentor, my friend. Everything I know, I learned it from him. I remember when I got started in this business, the first thing, like, you know, I said to myself, man, skincare, I'm a guy. I don't do skincare. I don't, you know, I was really nervous about it. But then when they showed me the opportunity and then when they said 5 ways of getting paid, I was like, okay, I'm open. I can learn because of my job. You know, I work for somebody else and they only pay me one way, right? So I was like, I'm open. So what happened with my story is at the beginning, I was working a lot of hours. I was working 12-hour days. I didn't really have a lot of time to do anything. Plus, I was going to school for business. And at the end of the day, I couldn't pay my bills. You know, so I was open. I was looking for an opportunity. And I'm so glad that somebody took the time to show me this. Because at the beginning, I just wanted to make an extra $200. I was like, show me that I can make $200, and maybe I'll put in more time into it, right? And now all I did is I followed the system. I did what they told me, and I made $200. You know? So I was like, man, this stuff works, right? So it's so funny because at the beginning, I was like, I don't know what my friends are gonna say. I had like 2 friends. But I was worried about what they were gonna say because like I have never tried to sell them anything, you know. But what happened was like when we showed them the products, they got more excited than I did. And I was like, man, this does really work, right? So we started building the team, you know, and then we started growing. So what I'm gonna share with you guys is just how to make extra money. Is that okay with you guys? Yes. You guys want to learn how to make extra money? Yes. Okay, 5 ways of getting paid, right? So the first one is very simple. Team commission, personal commission, I mean. You earn 150% retail at all the products. How many of you guys tried the salt scrub already?
Yes.
Super nice, right?
Yes.
That's one of our products that most sell at the kiosk, right? So we sell the product for $50 at the kiosk. But when you become an agent, you get it for $20. So if you sell it for $50, you get $30 commission. Right. That's 150% commission. So we buy low, we sell high. Nice. Right? That's just one way of making money. And for me at the beginning, I was like, man, I couldn't even sell a pen, right? You tell me to go something, I'll probably give it for free, you know. But what happened is like I realized that all you gotta do is just show the products. The products will do all the heavy lifting. So I didn't have to become like a personal sales guy. I didn't have to become like great attacking. I mean, it took me like 2 years to like finally do a presentation, like talk to somebody. You know what I mean? But all I did is just share the products. And that's how it works, right? So let's just get an example. You get about 20 customers. They spend like about $70 a month. You're gonna earn $200 monthly residual income. Nice, right? I know $200 doesn't sound like a lot, but it's more than what you have right now, right? Oh, yeah. $200 extra. And here's the good part. It's residual income. So you do the work once, and you get paid month after month after month. So you make 20 to 25% of your VIP in customers. So how that works is you get a customer, they spend like about $100 a month, right? You're gonna make 25% out of that. That's $25 that you can make. Nice. But here's the beauty about skincare. It's like once you have a product that you like, you trust, and you see results, you go buy it again, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So especially with our Seacret products, I mean, people become addicted, yes?
Yes.
I mean, like, I can go anywhere with my body butter, man. I almost cried one time at the airport because they threw it away. I'm serious. So here's the thing, like, once you get customers, they become sticky. You know, they want to keep buying our products. Right. And that's what I love about skincare because, you know, people keep buying it and buying it over and over again, right? Right. So, plus you get $350 in free products. I mean, you get some customers, you get extra cash, plus you get extra money to get free products. I have a friend that he have like 40, 50 customers, right? And he get like about $2,000
on free products. You guys know Phoebe Lou, right?
Yeah.
He's really good at getting customers. So he get a lot of money in free products. So I asked him one day, he's like, bro, what do you do with all those free products? He's like, dude, I sell them. And I get 100% commission. He's like, duh. I was like, well, it makes sense, right? But that's just one way of making money. Just one way. So here's the second one, right? Team commission. This is what I love about the business. And this is pretty much, I think, what attracted me at the beginning and still now. Because we're brand new. I mean, nobody have heard this business yet. Nobody have heard Seacret. We haven't even touched 1% of the United States. So we're gonna keep building a business. People are gonna keep finding out about us. And you guys are lucky because you know about it right now. Our business is gonna keep growing and growing and growing. With you or without you. So when I got introduced to the business, they told me, all you gotta do is just find 2 people that wanna make extra money, right? And you help them find other 2 people, right? So it's the power of 2. 2 gets 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, and I don't know what's next, but you guys see the example, right? So you get 128 people. They all get about 20 customers each, right?
Yep.
You're gonna be making approximately $10,000 a month residual income. I mean, that's month after month after month. Whether you work or not. I mean, the key word here is not, right? You don't want to work, right? So I fell in love with that because I was like, so you're telling me that if I work really hard to get 128 people and help them get customers, I can make $10,000 a month? It's like, even if I work 100 hours on my job, I wouldn't even be able to make the money. You know, so I got pretty excited about that. And when they told me, even if you only have 10% success rate, that's an extra $1,000 a month residual income that you can make.
Wow.
And I was like, bro, I'm happy with $200. But I'll take the 1,000. But here's the catch. Here's the catch. You can only make up to $25,000 per week. That's it. That's just the only, you know, that's the only problem. 25. I know for some of you it's not a lot. For me, I didn't believe it. I did not believe that because I didn't, before when I worked for somebody else, it's like I didn't know anybody that was making $25,000 a week. You know, it's like, how is that even possible? And even as my mentor, I asked, she's like, how is that possible? He's like, well, when you build a big team and they keep consuming the products, you're gonna keep getting the commission. And then he's like, the more you build your team, the more money you're gonna make, right? So I was like, it makes sense. It makes sense. The bigger the team, the more money you make, right? But one of my favorite things about the business is how we work as a team.
Yes.
Right. And why last year we're #1 in growth, right? So that says a lot, right?
Oh, yeah.
The third way of making money is leadership check match. So how the leadership check match work pretty much is the more people you help make money, the more money you're gonna make. So how many of you guys would like to help your friends make extra money?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Right? I had 2, so I was like, I'll help them. You know? But you earn up to 20% check match. So let's just say you have your friend Susie, right? So Susie comes and start building the business with you. And she's like, okay, I want to make $1,000 a month. You know, we make a plan, we work together, we work as a team. I help her make $1,000 a month. The company is gonna pay $2,000, which is 20% check match, right? But let's just say you have a guy named, give me a name. Tom. Tom is like super sharp, right? Tom is super sharp and he likes doing the business. And he goes out there and he's like, man, I want to make $10,000 a month, right? So you guys work together. He goes out there and you do a lot of work. He makes $10,000 a month because you brought Tom in. The company's going to pay you 20% check match. So that's an extra $2,000 that you're going to make. This is on top of the team commission, on top of the personal commission. So just more money that the company is giving you just to help other people out. And this is what I love with the company because we work as a team. Yes. You can really, really grow a big team over here. It goes down. It goes up to 4 generations. So if Tom knows somebody else, and then he helped him make an extra $1,000, you're gonna make 10% check. And then it goes down to 3 more generations like that. So The more people you help, the more money you make. So how do you get started, right? So there's 2 ways of getting started. The first one is you become a customer, you enjoy great products. You become a VIP customer, you receive 50% off of retail value.
Nice.
So here's the beauty about it. So what she talked about it when we started at the Kias, right? We make over $600 million in sales, or $1 billion in sales, right? I mean, so you have people already that are buying these products without paying, without getting the 50% off. So when you find people that already buy these products retail, and you tell them if they get it from you, they can really get 50% off, they get super excited.
Right.
Because they already know what these products are worth.
Yeah.
You know, so now you come and build the business, and you're telling your customers they can really get 50% off. You know, they get really excited about it, right?
Oh yeah.
Plus, they earn free products. So all the customers that we have, they can earn free products, right? And then the second way, if you want to become a secret agent, and I think that was like the coolest thing ever, right? Become a secret agent. So like, you know, it's pretty cool, right? So you position yourself to start earning profit. So how the business work, right? We got 2 teams. We got the left and we got the right. So once you start building the business, once you lock arms with your team, with whoever you're working with, they're gonna put you and they're gonna lock your position right there in one of the teams, right? So here's the thing: whoever brought you in here today, they are building a team, right? So if you like your position now, whoever they bring next, they're gonna go, you know, after you, right? So once you lock your position, you start earning profits after that. So you share the products and you help other people share the products. That's the whole business. That's all we do. We share products. We help other people share the products. We have a really, really simple system. Seacret does everything else for you, right? So only costs $49 to get started, plus a starter set. So the starter sets, there's 3 starter sets that we have. So we got the 5 walls in 5 minutes starter set, which is $249. So you get the 5 walls in 5 minutes right there. And then we got the wall starter set, which is $549. You get all the products that you need to do a facial to show people what do they need. And you have the professional starter set, which is $16.99, where you have all the products. People who get the professional set starter set always do better because they have more products to show people. Nowadays we live in how do you say that? We live in a time that people want to see results now, right? I mean, when you show people something, they want to see results now. So the beauty about the products is like when they see the products, they see and feel results.
Yes.
So if you have more products to show, you're gonna have more success because you're gonna be able to show people all the products, right? So the first thing to become a superstar is all you gotta do is just get a premium set, which is the wow set, right? And you help 2 people get the same thing, get 2 wow starter sets. You get your left and you get your right. The company is gonna pay you $200 super bonus. And then every time you get somebody else into the business, depends what set they get, you're gonna get $15, $50, $150, and $150 for the professional. The professional set and the special agent set are pretty much the same. But once you have your 2 people, if you get more people into the business, it's gonna double.
Nice.
Right? So it's gonna double to $30, $100, or $300, right? And all you gotta do is help them people get 2 people, and then do the same thing, and that's how your business is gonna grow. Another way that we get paid is every 4 weeks we call it Drive Your Dream Bonus, right? And we call it Drive Your Dream Bonus because not a lot of people wanna go out there and buy a new car, right? Not a lot of people wanna go out there and buy, spend $500 in a car payment. So a lot of people, maybe they just wanna save money, they wanna put money aside, they wanna put money for their kids in college. Whatever they want to do, the company just gonna pay you the money and put it into your check. You can do whatever you want. So it starts at $500 when you hit Royale. It goes all the way to $6,000 every 4 weeks. So this is extra money that the company is giving you on top of all the commissions that you're making, right? So there's another bonuses that we have is one-time bonuses rank amazement. Every time you rank up in the company, the company is gonna give you an extra bonus. So it starts at $500, $1,000, $1,500, $3,000, $4,000, $7,000, $40,000. It goes all the way to $1 million. So the only way you keep ranking up is if you help more people rank up.
Yes.
So that's the easiest way to rank up, just to help other people rank up. Training and support. So when you start building the business, for me at the beginning, I didn't know how to do a presentation. I didn't even know how to share the products. You know, I was scared of like showing people the product. But, you know, I had support. My friends came with me, they helped me, they showed the products, and they did everything for me, right? Yeah. It took me a while to learn because I'm kind of slow sometimes, but, you know, I did it, right? And then everything else, I learned it over here with online trainings. Once you sign up as an agent, you get your own personal website, then you're going to have a lot of training in there, right? So we have people in other states, in other countries, building the team. They don't even have any support, but the only way they're building it because of the trainings that they're getting online. So it's super easy, super simple. Plus, you got conference calls that you get to plug in different days of the week. Like tonight we have one, tomorrow we have another one, and international conventions. Man, we just got back from Phoenix last week. We had international convention. It was amazing. Yes. It was amazing. The company came with so many new things. We have great training. So it was really good. So here's the thing. You guys are in business for yourself, but you're not for yourself. Never by yourself. You don't have to be good to do this business. Okay? And Seacret proven system. I mean, we have a system, guys. We have so many leadership in our business that are making it happen. You know? And I just want to bring a few people in here so they can share their story, so you guys can hear what Seacret have done for them and why they joined Seacret. So if I can get Jason to the room, if I can get Gabi to the room, if I can get Ms. Lee and Dua and Lee and Shayla come up and just share your story. Just give it up to them, man.
Nelson. I'm fired up, guys. I'm like over here just like thinking to myself, what's this gonna go? Like, what's gonna happen, right? But that, no, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Jason, and you know, like before I got involved into Seacret, you know, I was a sushi chef. I was you know, making sushi for 7 years, you know, and I working day and night, you know, having no life, you know, just working, you know, 6 days a week, you know, like 10 hours a day, week after week after week after week. And, you know, I was really sick and tired of it, you know. I was thinking to myself, like, can I really, like, continue to doing what I'm doing and get wealthy or get financial freedom, right? And the answer is no. Because I've been doing it for 7 years. I don't see it different. Same old job after job after job, right? You know, so a good friend of mine, you know, Chi and Michael introduced me to business about a year and a half ago. And at first I look at this company, you know, and I'm just like, man, you know, skincare, you know, I'm not in, you know, I don't know anything about skincare. But all I know, you know, once I tried the product, I fell in love, you know, and I started showing friends and family, you know, and I was involved. And at the first day, you know, at the sushi bar, I got 5 customers and never looked back, you know, until now these days, I'm still, you know, still moving forward, still growing. A year and a half later, amazing things happened, you know, and because of Seacret, you know, and not only financially, but personally, I'm growing to a better person, you know. So, yes. But thank you very much, guys, and this, yeah, that's my story. So.
How's it going, guys? Like Nelson said, my name's Gabriel, and really my background before, you know, Seacret is, I can totally relate to Jason, you know, working 10, 12 hours a day, you know, really not seeing a future, but just, you know, hopeful. And really when Chi introduced me, you know, into Seacret, I was like, I was definitely looking, I was searching for something better, and, you know, I felt like it just like an answer from heaven, sort of, you know. And I mean, from that day that he showed me, I was like, I just never looked back, you know, and then, like Jason said too, you know, it changed me so much personally. Like I couldn't look back anything else. I can't do anything else, you know, but this. So, you know, for sure, Seacret all the way.
Hi, guy. I miss you, guy, and I think we should do this. Well, my name is Dua. This is my wife. We joined the Seacret many years ago. She told me to put the skincare to myself, and I say, you know, I'm not interested. I already have a lotion at home, you know. And I don't care about next year. And then I keep renting Chi's office, and I keep paying him. He can come and collect money from me. And then one day, in December, it's really cold, and Chi forced me to put the lotion on my hand, and she bring over. I put my hand very dry, and my hand get better, and I just feel wow, maybe I interesting, and that's what I put into it, and I like it, and I told my wife that I got something that really interesting that she should know, and that's how we join, and I told Chi that if I have a Hmong community, if I tell them, I just not just a computer or not just product. I want to see the White House. I want to see the headquarters. And she and me and my daughter, we flew to the White House, and then to see Isaac, to see the owner, and I video everything, and I come back, and I come to promote and tell my community, and everyone like it, and the secret just come to me after that. I see the solution, and also I see the money. And I said, wow, right now I can see, nothing else can easy to sell like this one. Because right now I see that when the secret come to me, I walk and I see everyone, the face damage. And it's really easy to diagnose, to sell the product to them. And I can thinking, if I cannot sell this product or cannot get this product to people, I have to go back to work. I don't want to do any business. Because I can see like her face damage, she damaged, and tell me I can diagnose that I will talk to her, don't scare because I got the best product to put on her or him. And I see this one, potential for us to grow, and like they say, it's 10% in the US. We see a lot of people dirty face and then face ugly, and then we have to help them to fix. Thank you.
Yeah. So anyway, we were introduced to this company by Chi, and we're very, very thankful that God sent him to us. And so thank you, Chi. It has been a humbling experience for us. I'm a social worker and I do care management. So during the day, I put on a hat to go out and do health risk assessment, and then in the evening I put on my cape and then I go out and save the people's skin. And so I do that secret. So I'm a secret agent in that sense. When we first started, I really never thought that this could put me into a position where I have to lead people. And this has put me into a position where I am leading people. Whether I know how to do it or not, I am. And so when I bring people on board, I am responsible for their growth. And so it has forced me to become a better person. It has forced me to look at leadership in a new way, to really look at myself to better myself. And so, I think of all the things that I have been most thankful for is learning to lead. And so Seacret gives me that edge. So thanks.
Talk about the wild parties that you're learning from that you keep doing right now.
We went to Ignite, and I took a break for a while, okay, since the last event. And so I kind of took a break because of my own work habits that I kind of developed. And so recently we came back from Ignite, and I'm really ignited. So I've been, scheduling wild parties. And so this week, Joy and I have been talking about let's do a wild party at Hmong Village. And so we've got nights that we have scheduled, and the days when we're just calling people to schedule those together. So it's really a work in progress for us.
My name is Shiva. This is my husband Lee, and before we heard about Seacret, and I guess currently I work for one of the largest school districts in Minnesota here, and I really love what I do because I get to help people. Obviously, education is very important. But when we found Seacret, we found that there's all sorts of different kinds of education. It doesn't have to be traditional school education. and we've learned so much from Seacret. You know, specifically, we're very excited because we just got back from a huge international convention, and for the first time, we used to tell our team, you know, have to get them together to, you know, kind of game plan, just kind of things like that. And when we got back, we had team member after team member saying, hey, when are we gonna get together so we can process the information? Can you tell us more about this? Let's talk about that. So about that we were able to bring a team so that they can learn firsthand and that their thought process is changing, and that's what it's all about. And you know, we not only change agents, but of course, like Dua said, we change people who, you know, do need the products. And one thing that I'm very happy for is, you know, the money that we get from it, it is just money. It's what you can do with it that's really important for us. And, you know, we haven't made millions, but we will. And what we're very excited for is that, you know, every single penny that we made from Seacret, we've been able to give to friends because they need it more than us. And we hope to continue to do that. And, you know, if you're interested in being able to help more than just yourself, this is the place to be.
Yes.
Well, like Sheila said, my name is Lee Tao. During the day, I'm a registered nurse. I do care coordinating, case managing, and I get the privilege to work from home. And thankfully, Limo and Dua introduced us to this business, and we're forever grateful for that and thankful for that, you know. So, but yeah, it's just this business, it just works so well with what I do during the day, because as a nurse, you help people and you get paid, you know. And so this business is the same way. You help people and you get paid, you know. So it just works out great for me, you know. And like what Sheila was saying, as far as change goes, that's what we were looking for. We were looking for a change. We're looking for something different from what we were doing before, you know. And the bottom line truth is, we're just looking for people who are looking for the same thing.
That's right.
You know,
Yes.
we're looking for people who are saying, you know what, like the situation that I'm in, I want something more. I want something better. You know, and it's funny because we always watch movies and we're always like rooting for the little guys to make it big. You know, we're always rooting for the guys who seize the moment. You know, carpe diem, say, oh man, every opportunity I get, I'm gonna enjoy this second, this minute. You know, and the thing is, you're in that seat right now. You know, understand that you can make that change now, so we can root for you. Thank you.
They were great, right? Well, my name's Israel. Live above me. Well, first of all, with Seacret's been like a long love story. The reason why is because I've known Chi since I was like 18, 19 years old, and Nelson since I was like 20. And when first Chi introduced me to it, like 3-4 years ago, I said, no, dude, I don't do skincare. And then he started. I'm like, you too? Like, so basically, how I started, like, and this I'm gonna get back to international conventions, is that they actually tricked me into going to Vegas, right? So like, going to Vegas, he says Java Walks are gonna be there. I'm like, okay, I'm in. I'll go. But you know, when I went there, I saw two things that really got stuck to me. It's not only about the money, you know, because money comes and goes, right?
Right.
But to me, it was mostly about time freedom, and they had something that I want. Time freedom, right? And as the national conventions, I started learning, talking even more, not about business, but about everything, right? So one thing that actually stuck to me is that but we die, normally everybody dies at 25, but they get buried at 70. You know why? Because they stop learning.
Right.
And then, like Gabby says, you know, you take up not only financially, but and everybody's been saying it. We learn more and more and more, and that's one thing that keeps on. So I'm like sucking it up every time I go out there, and I know it's just this. They always say it's not perfect, but it's a lot better, you know. So that's basically my story right now. So I haven't made millions yet, but yeah.
Wow, man, amazing stories, huh? That's what I love about the business. It's not just about the money. I mean, we do want to make money, right? But it all comes down to like the lifestyle. Who do you want to be? You know, where do you want to live, right? What do you want to do later on in life, right? A lot of times we spend a lot of time working for somebody else that we forget who we are. And when Seacret comes and tells you, hey, if you do this work, you know, you're going to be able to make more money, and more money is going to give you more time, right? With money, you have options to help your friends, to help your family, to do the things that you really want to do in life, right? why are we, working for somebody else when we have the opportunity to build our dreams, build our life? That's why I'm so thankful with Seacret, because they changed my life, man. I used to be a person that I didn't like before, but now with Seacret, man, I was able to meet amazing leadership. They changed who I am, not just personally, but financially. I mean, they really helped me out a lot. And right now, just to pass it on, help other people. And that's what I want you guys to understand, that it's not for you, it's for the people that you can bring and help in this business. So thank you so much, guys, for listening to us. That's the information. We're gonna take like about a 5-minute break. When we come back, we're gonna have one of the best trainings. It's called the Big Momentum. Our top producer in the Midwest, not in Minnesota, in the Midwest, is gonna show us how to build a big team, how to create momentum. So if you guys really want to go from 0 to a lot, you guys want to stick around and listen to these guys. So 5-minute breaks. We're gonna come back. Thank you so much for coming, guys.
All right. Wasn't that awesome? We get fired up. No, this is our guest from Ateam. Oh, James! But yeah, man, so this is what we do. I know you're like, whoa, what just happened? Sorry, but thank for the training. It's training is one of our impactful training that I work with a long time. So, thank you for the training. Yeah. When you give yourself a station with us? Okay. No problem, no problem. Get back to jail, let them know. We're here to do this. We're here to keep you got this, Welcome. There's our friend Jasmine as well, one of our agents. MJ from, well, from here now, but he was from Wisconsin, right? It's like, all right, guys, right here, right now, in this moment in time, we're doing a little break, but you just received the information. So all the online viewers, stay tuned. You don't want to miss this training, because this training is what I personally do to kick off any market, to kick off any team. Literally, if you're in reverse, I will get you back into first. And this is the time right here, right now, over, under, through. You guys got to stay tuned. So I'm telling you, we're going to get kicked off in just about 3 minutes. Hang tight. And, man, we're fired up, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing is skipping. I can't explain it. we're so fired up.
Awesome.
Strong testimonial. I'm like, I'm the underdog.
No, that's true.
Yeah, it is true. Like, I didn't think about it that way. So I was like, right?
We just talked about this before. I talked about it.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of times, like the person, the thing is, a lot of times, like, you want to cheer for them. A lot of times, people want to be in that position, you know?
Yeah, right.
But when you are, everything's good.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We're going to make it happen.
I feel excited right now.
Things spell out in the tiniest places. In the faces, rollers really back. In the face, please for 30 days. Eliminate balls from your orders and be represented on Monday on to be fly like a nice kid. Time to freshen up and no surprise. It seems like phones are getting smarter every day. In some cases, maybe a little too smart.
I heard that.
What's really smart is how you use it to get things done. Like banking with Wells Fargo, you can transfer money by text. You can your accounts with alerts. You can deposit a check right from your smartphone. Whether you're on your phone, online, or on the go, there's an easy way to get banking. Wells Fargo.
Like I watch my
Together,
YouTube
we'll go far.
I'm just like,
Actually, my
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get kick-started in just a minute. I'm going to stream this live here. Dude, this is how long it's been since I did this training. I was a platinum, bro. But it shows you the power in this training is I can't even explain.
You figured out the internet thing, right?
Yeah, so the internet works right now on streaming. It seems fast.
It's like LTE.
Yeah, LTE
Awesome.
speed. So I'm like, okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're gonna get this second part of this training kicked off here. So let's get a chance to get our seats. And for everybody that's sitting in the far back, we want everybody to move up as close as possible. I want everybody in what we call the spray zone. I spit a lot when I speak, so I want everybody in the spray zone. I'm just joking.
Can I get an umbrella first?
All right. Yeah, let's get everybody to move up. You guys might just move up one row or right, I don't know, whatever. But welcome, first and foremost. I forgot to welcome all the online viewers. Welcome each and every one of the online viewers, as I know we've got people tapping in from all different places. But I'm telling you what, moving forward, it looks like this internet speed is great. Please leave some feedback for me to let me know the internet speed, please. So we can, move forward and have some great constructive criticism. But we're going to jump into the training, guys, as today's topic is very in-depth, but this is one of the most important trainings that I personally do. Whenever I'm launching a brand new market, whenever I'm opening up a brand new state, whenever I'm starting a brand new team, I always do this training. And notice on the slides it said Platinum Agent. I haven't done this training since I was a platinum. So to kind of talk to you guys how long ago I did this training was before our whole momentum run. Does that make sense? So I'm telling you guys, I know I talk fast, so we got to listen fast, and you got to put our mental track shoes on for this part of it, because I'm telling you, I'm going to go through some content. I'm going to go through a lot of content, and we got to pay attention as much and as fast as we possibly can. And definitely take notes. My mentor best taught me, I trust a short pencil over a long memory any single day. So as we're training, definitely get a chance to take some notes, because this is the stuff that you want to carry with you and along the way of building this business. So real quick, Nelson, if you could just maybe grab two applications or something and a pen for MJ. Thank you so much. Thank you. And guys, I'm telling you, what fires me up is getting back together and moving forward with this system, guys. Not only when every single Monday are we going to do a live event just like this, but we're going to be also streaming this event live. So we can have people, again, if you've got different states and different areas, different teams in different areas, get a chance and forward out this link so they can tap into this exact training. And even if they miss it, you can still forward that link and they can still replay it, okay? So this information is gonna be recorded on YouTube so you can easily access it right online. So we're very, very excited. And real quick here, I also wanna talk about this before I forget, this little marker, but our next regional event in here, our backyard, is gonna be October 25th, the Sunday, okay? October 25th. Nelson's like, dang it. He's going to, El Salvador, by the way, but good problem to have. But we're going to have that October 25th, okay? So mark that in your calendars, and this is going to be a local leadership training. We haven't done a local leadership training since March of this year. We've had numerous top earners, numerous top producers come into our back market, but I believe that we've got some of the strongest players in this company right in our backyard, and it's time for everybody to hear from them. And so now I'm so fired up for this event on the 25th, October 25th. So make sure we write that down in our calendars. So let's get into it, guys. Creating the Mo by recruiting. This is the #1 training that I do. And again, I get so excited. And so the key to understand about this business and any business that we're building is staffing your business, okay? Is staffing your business. And so every business, sports team, or college must recruit to stay alive and grow. Imagine if McDonald's stopped recruiting. What would happen to McDonald's? No, I mean, you'd have no more Happy Meals. Does that make sense? So it's like, they're constantly recruiting. Does that make sense? Imagine if football team, see, it's football season right now. Imagine if football teams stopped recruiting. Jason, what would happen?
No more Packers.
No more Packers. Oh, we got so much. No more nothing. Right? I mean, no more nothing, right? I mean, there wouldn't be teams going on. There wouldn't be businesses still around. Does that make sense? So it doesn't matter what business, what team you're on, you always have to stay in what I like to call phase 1. You always have to be in that forward-leaning motion in recruiting, right? And so let's talk about building methods and how we recruit, guys. So there's 5 most common methods to networking, to recruiting. And so the #1 way is through utilizing what we call your warm market networking, okay? Your warm market networking, okay? And so what is a warm market? I like to call it I like to call #1 even a hot market, not just a warm market. I like to go one step further and call it a hot market. And what is a hot market? See, we all have people in our hot market. And who are the people in our hot market? Well, look in your phone. Probably the last 10 people you called or text, those are what we call your hot market. Does that make sense? If you were stuck on the side of the road, this friend would come pick you up. If you were doing something, your friend's going to do it with you. Does that make sense? And this is what we call our hot market. The #1 thing that you want to tap into is that hot market, okay? And the second group is what we call your warm market referrals, okay? So these might be some people, again, that you know, but not as close, right? And not just people that you know, but maybe it's let's just say I show my best friend Gonzalo, right? Gonzalo's fired up, he tries a product, he becomes a customer, but it wasn't for him for the business. It wasn't for him for the business. So here's what I would say. I'd say, Gonzalo, I totally respect your opinion. This might not be for you, but who do you know? Who do you know that would be loving these products? Who would you know that this would be amazing for? And I'm getting referrals from him immediately. Does that make sense? And #3 is WYPP, work your people's people, right? Work your people's people, right? So if Gonzalo introduced me to Kimmy, right, and Kimmy got involved, guess what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be saying, hey, you and me, Kimmy, let's get in front of your best 2 people now. And now Kimmy introduces me to her network, and then her network's network. Does that make sense? So WYPP, work your people's people, okay? I'm going to touch on that a little bit here, but #4 is social media, online marketing, right? And I get it. A lot of the times, we might not know too many people, right? We might have just maybe moved to a new state, might not know too many people, or maybe we just never got a chance to get that. We had a lot of friends, but we didn't get a chance to exchange information, right? And so maybe I don't know that that many people. Well, guess what? Now it's time to be able to go onto social media and connect back with the people that you know, right? Because we all know people. It's a scientific fact that by the time you're at the age of 21, you know 1,000 people by their first name. 1,000 people. So, people ask, who are the type of people I should show to you? Well, those are the type of people, right? And so online marketing, I love that, right? Because you're going to naturally connect with so many people through online. And cold marketing, if not what we call the 3-foot rule. Now, notice this goes from most effective to least effective. Now, they're all effective, but it goes from most effective to least effective. And the cold marketing is what we call, I like to call it lifestyle prospecting, right? Because every single day we're eating at restaurants, we're going to grocery stores, we're going to, we're living life, right? And guess what? There's people everywhere we go. And so as we're going out there meeting more people, guess what? You just talk to them, become their friend, and just say, hey, how's it going? Man, you're one sharp individual. You're dressed super sharp, man. How long you been, working here? And you're naturally just talking to people, right? And friends first. It's not like I'm starting this conversation. Hey, man, do you want to get involved with Seacret? I'm not doing that. Does that make sense? I'm not going out and saying, hey, do you want to look better? I'm not doing that, right? I'm becoming his friend. See, people don't care how much you know until they, guess what, know how much you care every single time. And so build your list, guys. 6 reminders when constructing your list. And the number one most important thing is a brand new agent. See, many times it's not even a brand new agent, but even as a existing agent, it's very important to recreate your names list. See, I might already have a names list, but now it's time to recreate that names list and hit what we call the restart button, right? And so I always recreate this names list. And when creating this list, and this is the most important thing that we got to do, guys. Look, we don't have to inventory product, right? We don't have to stockpile the stuff in an empty room or in our trunk. What we got to do is, guess what? Inventory the people that we're going to show next. And so 6 reminders of this. Number one is to never prejudge. The people that you think won't are the ones you think, the people that you think won't, won't. The people that you think won't, will, right? They will surprise you. You don't know who's going to do it and who's not. So you look at a guy like Nelson and be like, man, that guy's pretty masculine, right? He would never do skincare, but little did we know, he's all in, right? and so understand, right? You never know. You never know. You never know. You never know. So never prejudge. And number 2 is recruit this amazing concept called NC DART, okay? NC DART stands for Network, Credibility, Desire, Attitude, Resources, and Teachability. You are looking for people that have these qualities. See, I could care less if somebody's done this business before. I could care less if somebody's been involved with skincare before. I could care less. Why? Because skills I can teach. But see, what I'm looking for is drive. I'm looking for someone that has a network, that has credibility, that has desire, that has attitude, that has resources, and that is teachable. Does that make sense? Right? And so number 3 is bigger is better. The bigger your list, the more posture you have. I'm telling you, everywhere I go, I have my names list with me, right? Everywhere I go. And see, I'm always bringing a notebook with me because I never know when I'm going to meet other people out, again, wherever I'm at, or maybe online, or however the case may be. I'm always adding to my names list. Number 4 is this: show your team your list. Your team will duplicate you. Does that make sense? Monkey see, monkey do. You guys ever try to tell somebody to do something and just don't do it? But if you do something, they do it. Does that make sense? I'll prove it to you guys real quick. I know a lot of you have already seen this, but follow along. Everybody, I want you to go like this. Put your finger in your thumb, like the pointing finger. Create like an A-OK sign, right? And here's what I want you to do. Put it right here on your chin. Put it right here on your chin, right here. And say I said on your chin. Does that make sense? People do what you do, not what you say, right? And every single time. So lead by example. Grow your list. And your list should get bigger, not smaller. Get referrals. Your best people will be from referrals. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you what, I always ask for referrals. A no doesn't mean N-O. It means K-N-O-W, like they just don't know. But guess what? They know someone else, right? And I always ask for referrals. I always ask for referrals, right? Every single time. And so when you're getting these referrals, guess what? You can add those to the list. So influence and concern. Okay, this is a very big thing because leadership it boils down to one thing: nothing more, nothing less. It comes back down to influence. That's right. Leadership is bottom line influence, right? And so let's talk about this. Who is the circle of influence for you, and who is the circle of concern for you? Okay, the circle of influence is your close family. These are your close friends, people you influence. This is the I love you group. This is the I owe you group, right? Because you guys are so close. Does that make sense? And then this is what we call the circle of concern, okay? And this is the distant relatives. This is the people that you don't know as much, right? This is your distant friends, people you influence. Facial recognition from Facebook, right? You might see them and just recognize each other from face, but you don't really know each other, right? And ex-coworkers, classmates. But look, understanding the circle of influence is very important because you have to know how to approach people with the circle of influence and circle of concern. Okay, and we're going to touch on this in a second. But look, human behavior is very important. Us as secret agents, we understand this because sometimes I get very excited. Does that make sense? I get very excited, and when I show people, like in my mind, I believe everyone should sign up. I believe everyone should do this, but in reality, the reality is this: not everyone's going to do this. Does that make sense? Yeah. And for me as a leader, I have to understand this right here. because this will teach me simply the numbers with people, right? And so understand, okay, identify identity, identify your level and level of your prospect. You are looking for those looking for you, and professional sort, amateurs convinced. So watch, 27% of people you show this to, no matter what you show them, no matter how you show them, no matter what you say and how you say it, they're unmotivatable. No matter what you do, they're just, it's not for me, right? And guess what? That's okay. That's okay, right? Don't lose a friendship because someone's not going to join Seacret with you. Does that make sense? They're still your friends, just not your business partner, right? So understand, 27% of people are going to be unmotivatable, and that's okay, right? Because the bigger numbers is 60% of the people you show are what we call motivatable. See, these are the type of people that you can tell them something and motivate them to do what you want them to do, right? And that's be in business with you. And 10% of the people are what we call self-motivated. See, these type of people, with or without you, they're going. See, these are the type of people that say, hey, you know what? I see this opportunity. I see, what we've got. And you know what? Over, under, through, I'm going to the top, right? And these are typically the type of people where, they're what we call just self-starters, right? They're go-getters, right? I mean, how you do anything is how you do everything. These are the type of people that just are go-getters about any part of their life, right? And so I love that. They're self-motivated. But then you've got the 3%. Now, very few people fit into this category, right? Very few people fit in this category. These are what we call the motivators. These are the type of people like the Gandhis, the Martin Luther Kings, the Princess Dianas. These are the people that are moving the world. Does that make sense, right? I like to call Tim Herr a motivator. How many of us would agree? So he is what we call a motivator, right? And so when we show people, understand there's a natural human behavior that we can't fight, but we just have to understand, okay? So recruiting mindset, 8 tips is this. Because understand, when we're out here recruiting and building this business, we have to have the right mindset. Does that make sense? And number 1 is this, guys. You can't say the right thing to the wrong person, and you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. Look, there's some people, I don't care how well the salt and oil scrub and how shiny their nail look, they weren't going to do it. Does that make sense? And it's okay, because here's what we do. What do we do at that point if they tell us they don't want to do it? I just talked about it. Yes! You ask for the referral. We do what? Ask for the referral. You ask for the what? Referral. I like this group. So the more you say, the more they judge. The less you say, the less they judge. See, curiosity killed the cat. See, when you invite people, it's not time for a 30-minute conversation. It's not time to talk about the kids, not time to talk about the dogs. It's time for a simple invitation. This invitation should last no longer than 30 to 45 seconds. See, understand, as a brand new agent, you'll never have to come up here and to do what we did. What you have to do, though, is become a professional inviter. Become a professional inviter to invite people to meet with you to simply see the information. And luckily with Seacret, we don't have to be good because the products are so good. All we got to do is put products on skin, and you're going to win every single time, right? Well, not every single time. We talked about that, right? But most of the time, right? So people, number 3 says, people will be impressed by your height of enthusiasm than your depth of knowledge. The height of enthusiasm rather than your depth of knowledge. See, in the last 4 letters of enthusiasm is I-A-S-M. I am sold myself. See, you got to be sold, man. You guys feel it from me, right? Well, see, now people need to feel it from you. And when people feel it from you is when everything's going to happen. Everything's going to happen, guys. Successful inviting is based on timing, not talent. See, I'm a perfect example of that because when I first saw this profession, again, it was not necessarily the right time for me. Does that make sense? If my mentor didn't follow up with me month after month, I wouldn't be here today. You guys realize that? It took someone to follow up with me more than one time. Okay, so understand, recruiting sometimes might not be a fast thing. It might not be an event, but it might be a process. Does that make sense? And so let's talk about number 5 is this: spend 1 minute with 100 people, not 100 minutes with one person. Okay, in this business, it's about having the speed of exposure. Okay, it's all about showing more people faster, right? If I show my friend Gabby and he says, oh, I'm not interested, am I going to sit here and spend another hour convincing him?
No.
See, a man, or here's what I know, a man or woman convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. If I make him do it, he's not going to do it anyways. You guys realize that? So guess what? Professional sort, amateurs convince. Professional sort, amateurs convince. We're all professionals, ladies and gentlemen, and we're all working towards being professionals, right? Nobody's perfect. We're all working, right? Even myself. But guess what? We strive to be professionals. And as a professional, we know we have to have the mindset of sorting versus convincing, okay? And facts tell, stories sell. How powerful were those testimonials just now? Man, that got me fired up. I'm ready to get started again. Man, I'm telling you, facts tell, stories tell. But why is that important? See, we have everybody tell their story so you can hear their story. You can, guess what? Someone might not relate to Nelson's story, but someone might relate to Maritza's story. Does that make sense? And vice versa, right? And so, you know, and what I would also do is take people's stories in this room and use it for yourself, right? Use it for yourself in your you know, presentation, okay? So this is big number 8. SW, 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 SWN. Some will, some won't, some wait. So who's next? I'm telling you, SW is the huge thing. If you're creating a names list, write a big SW on the top of your names list. That's what I do every single time because it reminds me. Some will, some won't. So what? Next. Not everyone does everything. You guys realize that? And again, it's not that they're not your friend anymore, right? They're still your friend. It's just they're not in secret with you, right? That was one thing for me mentally that I had to get over. Like, man, Nelson told me no. Oh my, and I got emotionally crushed, but what I realized is that he was just saying no to the business. I mean, we're still cool, right? Just so understand, I mean, they're just saying no to the business if they are saying no, okay? And so some will, some won't. So what? Who's next? Facing your fears. So scales of influence, and this is what we're talking about here, guys. When to use the direct approach and indirect approach. Now, how many of us have gone through this blueprint?
Yes.
Everybody's hand should be up. The blueprint goes through the process of launching a brand new agent, and on the back of it teaches you how to invite, okay? And if you notice, there's a direct approach and there's an indirect approach, okay? And I'm not going to touch too much on this, but based on your prospects, a perspective of you, depending if they're your circle of influence, circle of concern, you're going to use the indirect or you're going to use the direct approach, okay? So again, the people that are looking down to you, that people that ask for help, these are the people that you use the indirect approach with. And the people that, again, look up to you, these are the people that you tell them what to do. You use more of the direct approach. You tell them versus ask them. Does that make sense? So my mentor has taught me, you know, because a lot of the times, you know, I would show someone for the first time, okay? And it's a brand new agent. My mindset was like, man, everybody's going to get in. Man, if I show this one person, they're going to get in. But my mentor says, gee, you know, again, you don't hit a home run all the time, right? For someone to get in right then and there, you know, it's not, you know, a big percentage, right? You know, it might be 20 to 30%. Someone might get in right then and there. Because guess what? People have questions. People have concerns. People have their own thought process, right? And so you got to understand, you know, how you hit a home run, how you know, recruit an agent sometimes might be a process versus an event. So it could be, you know, like this right here. It's a baseball field. Okay, networking is a process, not an event. Fortune's in the follow-up. So watch. First base, you might invite someone for a one-on-one, a two-on-one, or maybe an online website exposure, okay? And obviously after they see that, some people might still have questions. They still might, you know, have some concerns. And so guess what? Here's what you do. You invite them to, guess what? The next event. And so if I show Gabby, and he's my friend, he's, you know, guess what? He's like, you know, on the fence. He's like, I got to think about it. I totally respect that, Gabby. Guess what? Here's what I want to do. I want to invite you on to our conference call. We've got a, you know, conference call with our top leaders. And again, I'm inviting him to the next event, which is a conference call or maybe even a three-way, right? And guess what? Gabby at that point, he still might not be in. He still might not be in. So guess what I do? I bring him to third base. And guess what? I might now invite him to an open house. I might say, you know what, Gabby, I totally respect that. Come to our next event. Come to our wow party so you can see exactly how this works for you. And so he might come to a wild party, spa party, and understand how it works for him. But guess what? He still might not be in. And that fourth base is the home run, ladies and gentlemen. And if he's still, again, you always promote from event to event. You guys ever hear that? You build this business from event to event. And the fourth thing is a secret university, maybe a regional training, a big training. Like Gonzalo said, it took an international convention for him to hit a home run. You guys realize that? And so, everybody's different. Everybody starts at a different place. But as leaders, as secret agents, we have to understand fortune is in the what? Follow-up, guys. And so it might not happen right now, right away, but guess what? It's about following up and promoting them to the next event every single time. Every single time. If you hear me present and that person doesn't get in right then and there, what do I always say? Well, I want to personally invite you out to our next event. Whatever that might be, whether it be a phone call, meeting, it doesn't matter. It's another event. It's pretty much another exposure. Does that make sense? It works every single time. So look, edification is so key, guys, because as leaders, we have to properly edify our leadership, okay? And not just our leadership, but maybe, you show someone, at a one-on-one, a wild party, and you need a three-way call, right? You simply need a three-way call right afterwards. And here's where we could use edification as well. So this is you. And let's just say this is Gabby. I don't know, I'm picking on this side right now. Gabby, this is Gabby. And Gabby brings Lee, right? And the trust is between Gabby and Lee, but Lee doesn't know me. This is the first time he's met me, right? But guess what? Gabby edifies me as the expert because Gabby and Lee have the trust. And if Gabby's naturally talking me up in front of Lee, Lee's automatically thinking, oh my gosh, it's building what we call edification. It's building respect for that expert. You guys follow me? And so here's how it works. If Gabby, again, was bringing Lee, okay, to the meeting, to a wild party, to a one-on-one, you always want to introduce your guest to the presenter, whoever that might be. So let's just say Nelson was the presenter that night, okay? Gabby would want to bring Lee up to Nelson right away. When you come into the room, you want to bring him right up to the presenter and say, hey, real quick, and you edify your guest. You say, oh, Nelson, this is my guest, Lee. He's one of the top sales guys, at BMW, and this guy's crushing it, right? And you guys are like, he doesn't work yet. I'm just, follow the example here, okay? Top guys, top sales at BMW. He's crushing it, man. The second I saw this guy, he has just a magnetic personality. But Lee, this is my mentor, Nelson. Nelson, very sharp guy. He's expanding not only here in the Minneapolis, Minnesota, but expanding into Mexico. But Nelson, this is Lee. Lee, this is Nelson. And I'm pretty much raised both of them up so they can be on an even level playing field. See, imagine if I was just like this. Oh my gosh, Lee, this is my mentor, Nelson. This guy crushes it, bro. This guy's the best of the best. He's the leader of leaders, expanding all over the place. But Nelson, this is Lee. Then you'd be like, what? It's not the same. So it's very important to properly edify both parties, not just one party, right? Because I've seen that happen. But it's very important to edify both parties so they're at an even level playing field and have the same amount of respect for each other. You guys follow me?
Yes.
Okay. So follow. Woo! This is my favorite right here. So follow, just in case you haven't convinced yourself of this fact, yet allow me to share with you some statistics which should scare the living daylights out of us. 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. So meaning, I show my friend, 48% of the people show my friend once, show their friend once, and never call up or never follow back up with their friend. 48%. Follow me here. 25% of salespeople make a second contact and stop. 25% of people show their friends and follow up a second time. Only 25%. So statistically, only 25% of this room is doing that. 12% of sales people only make 3 contacts and stop. So you show your friend, he doesn't get in. You follow up once, twice, 3 times. Only 12% of this room follows up 3 or more times. Now, it's a staggering discovery, but only 10% of businesses make more than 3 contacts. Okay, so what does this mean? Well, it means they're losing a small fortune because look, because 2% of sales are made on the first contact, 2%. 2% of sales are made on the very first contact. 3% of sales are made on the second contact. So I show my buddy, he doesn't get in. I show him again, and he gets in. 3% of that. 5% of sales are made on the third contact. 10% of sales are made on the fourth contact, but here is the staggering statistic, is 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. 5th to 12th contact. So the question that we got to ask ourselves is, how many times are we following up with our friends? Because I get it. I get it. Sometimes our friends might say no, but that no does not mean N-O. It means K-N-O-W. They just don't know. Because I promise you this, if I took what I knew in here and put it into their hair would look just like mine. Every time, right? Every time. So if you're like almost half of all businesses that make no more than one follow to your prospects, you're leaving 98% of your income on the table for someone else to come along and pick it up.
That's right.
How many times have we had a friend that we might have known, but we didn't contact them or follow up with them, and then somebody else recruited them into the business?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The hands are up. It happens, right? And here's the key. When it happens to you, that's when you learn. That's when you learn. You say, oh my gosh, it's never happening again, right? I tell you every single time. So that's how I learned. I started having all these friends of mine start signing up with different people. I'm like, hold on here. Never is that going to happen again. It's all real quick here. So this is an example here of this guy. And this is kind of, example of how, we might be when we recruit. So hold on here. Yes, I am. It's the internet. Okay, so let me just real quick here get the sound. This is awesome. You guys got it. Okay, watch. All right. This is awesome, guys. This is how we are when we first started this business recruiting. I know this is how I was for sure.
Yeah. Just too. Okay. Pathetic. Sydney, how you doing? It's Peter Clavin. Sydney's Peter Clavin. Some guts with it. Some cheese.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Carolyn. Sorry.
Mike, you know what to do.
Hey, Peter. It's Sydney Clavin. No, that's not right. Oh. Sydney, it's Peter Clavin. I met you last week at an open house, and I had a showing. And anyway, I was wondering if you ever wanted to get together and talk about real estate and whatnot. And I'm sorry, what was I saying? Yes, the open house we met. Anyway, no rush. You call me back whenever you get a moment, and we will talk when I talk to you. All right. I hope you're having a great day. Okay. Bye now.
How many of us was there when we first started? Maybe not you, but our agents, right? But I'm telling you what, this was me, right? This was me, and I remember when I first started, I was fearful of calling people, man. I was scared to death, just like him, stuttering, man, it was crazy. But here's what I realized is that you can't suck forever. Does that make sense? As long as you do something more than once, the second time you do it, you get better. You guys realize that? And the more and more you do it, the better you get. And I remember the first time I started calling, this phone was like a 500-pound gorilla, man. I dialed the number just like him. But here's what I do. Right before I hit that green talk button, I'd be like, and in my mind would go through all the reasons of why this wouldn't work. Man, I can't do this business. Man, that guy I'm calling is not going to want to do this. Man, I don't know if I can do this. And I'm telling you, I was right there with you. And guess what? What I simply did was I pressed talk anyways. And I pressed talk anyways and did it again. And I 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 did it again. And again and again and again and again. And now I can do it with my eyes closed. But here's the key. Here's the key is that all of us were, I'm telling you, all of us at some point in time in our business was there, right? And the key to break out of that, and some people might still be there, but the key of how to break out of that is to do that call and make that call over and over and over and over and over again. Because I'm telling you, the more you do it, the less fearful it becomes. Before you know it, you're blasting through the calls like a telemarketer. Does that make sense? So follow-up system. This is a totally old school system. Tim Hurst still uses it, so it still works. But this is just an example of what we could use, okay? I get it. A lot of us have technology nowadays that we can use for a contact management system. But, believe it or not, I'm still old school. I like to write all my stuff down in my notebook. So 4 knocks in a box, whatever you want to do, the key is to have a follow-up system that you can literally write down people and information about, about them when you call. Does that make sense? And so power of 2 a day, okay? If this is just you, and this to kind of wrap your mind around the power of this business. If this is just you, okay, you're the only agent here, and you're simply showing 2 people a day. Just that 2 agents a day is you're getting 2 a day. In a week's time, you have five agents, okay? In a month's time, you got 40 agents. In a year, you got 480 agents. Now, let's just say it's now not just you, but it's you and your 10 agents. So just your 10 agents. Again, they're showing 2 a day. Understand the power is the power of compounding, right? 20 agents after 3 days, a week, a month, a year, 4,800 agents after a year. Now imagine this, okay? It's not just you, but I love what Lee Mua says. It's about building a team. Does that make sense? And this business has stretched me as well of learning the levels of leadership, okay, and how to lead people, right? But understand, you lead a team of 100 agents, and every one of these agents are getting 2 agents a day. That's 200 agents at 2 a day, 1,000 agents in a week, 4,000 in a month, and that's 48,000 agents in a year. 48,000. Now, Jim Rohn says it best. Actually, we'll skip that. We're going to come back to that. Tap rooting, okay? This is a very, very important thing, guys. The key for tap rooting is building fear of loss, okay? And again, when you're inviting people, once they see the information, the information is the information. You guys realize that? Most people are like, oh, the presentation just wasn't good enough. It's just look, it's not the caliber of the presentation, it's the caliber of the person watching the presentation. Does that make sense? Look, some of us, they could watch, just a normal presentation, but when they see it, they get it. Does that make sense? And here's what I want you to understand, the power of tap rooting, okay? The power of tap rooting in this business and the fear of loss, okay? Man, and marker around. All right, so follow me here, okay? When I show people the business, okay, I talk about I've got a left team and I have a right team. And I'm giving them the next best spot on the team. And I say this, Gonzalo, if you lock in now, and this is why it's so important to have a names list, you show them that names list. You say, look, if you lock in now, the next person I show, guess what, is gonna go on your team, and so on and so forth, and so on and so forth, right? And if you lock in now, every one of these people are gonna be on your team. And I tell them straight up, right now I'm offering you the next best spot. If you want to think about it, I respect that. I respect everybody, because I don't convince anybody, but I let them know very clearly what this means. If you wait, it can make you. If you wait, it can make you or cost you a fortune. So if let's just say Gonzalo waits, right? We put him in what we call the timeout corner, okay? Timeout corner, timeout. And guess what? He comes back a week, maybe a month later. And I say, you know what, Gonzalo, welcome to the team. I'm going to give you the next best spot on the team. And he comes in on the next best spot. But see, this doesn't make a difference to you guys because he's still on your team. But it makes the world of difference to him as a new agent, because imagine if these people was Lee and Sheila, Dua and Lee, Nelson and everybody, every one of these people in the room were right here. And then Gonzalo came in after the fact. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
And so you always want to lead with this at the end is called fear of loss, tap rooting, okay? So answers all the questions. And again, after you show somebody the information, they're gonna have questions. They're gonna have questions, but answers are the questions. So look, 7 important rhymes about asking questions. Whoever asks questions control the conversation. Asking questions helps build a bridge, guys. Getting people in the yes mode will help move them in the right direction. So I always ask yes questions. Man, wasn't that awesome, Gonzalo?
Yes.
Man, do you get that?
Yes.
You follow me, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Right? It's all about getting them in the yes mode. You guys realize that? So look, everyone is turned into the radio station, WIIFM. What's in it for me? Asking questions will help you discover their wants. See, people don't care about your wants. They care about their own wants. So when you speak to them, it's about speaking to their language, right? WIIFM. They're always thinking, what's in it for me? And you as an agent, you have to think that way. You have to, gear that a presentation and the close towards their benefit, okay? Or they're not going to get in. And so we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. Ask more questions and zip it and listen more. I'm telling you, there's so much power in that. Look, this changed my life forever, man, because my mentor best taught me, says, Chi, many people communicate, but few connect, right? And he started to teach me, he says, Chi, it's about asking strategic questions and listening to people and really discovering more about them. It's not about you, but it's about them, right? And so asking, not just asking questions, but strategic questions and listening, right? And so many times, I swear to you, if you do this the right way, here's how your conversations will leave. When you leave that guy or when you leave that girl, that person, I promise you, is going to say this, man, something about that guy, something about that girl, something about them, man. I just really like them. And it just wasn't anything but you just listening to them. Does that make sense? It was that simple, all right? But learn how to master form, family, occupation, recreation, and money. Man, we've hit this many times. But forming is the key. Again, we talked about this. People don't care how much you know to know how much you what? Care, guys. You want to answer a question with a question, so here's how. Where do you work? Or how long have you worked here? What do you like best about working at? So you like. So do you like? So questions are the answers, okay? Let me go back here and where do you work or how long have you worked here, okay? Questions are the answers. When people ask a question, it's like they're giving you the formula to help them get enrolled. Does that make sense? If they're asking a particular question, that's the answer that they're looking for. You guys realize that? So you would like to, so if I could show you a way to get more of what you like and avoid what you dislike, would you be interested? Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if somebody says, where do you work? How long have you worked here? What do you like best about where you, and again, all you're doing is finding out more about that person. Does that make sense? And using those answers, questions for the answers. You guys follow me? Yes? Okay. So objections. I love this, guys. And at the end of the presentation, this is what helped me so much. Guys, I'm telling you, this is so powerful. It's like playing tennis, right? Feel, felt, found, okay? This is the best thing. So simply repeat the objections as, I don't like sales. You don't like sales? This is a pyramid thing. This is a pyramid thing? This looks like one of those things, right? And so I love this. Feel, felt, found will overcome any objection, by the way. And we teach you guys very elementary closing skills, okay? I don't even like to use the word closing because it's like, a lot of times we don't have to close people. I like to call it opening people, right? And so here's the example. What's the number one objection that you guys get out here?
No money.
No money, perfect. It's really time or money. I don't have any time, I don't have any money, right? Those are the 2 number 1 objections people give. So perfect, Jason, He doesn't have any money. Perfect. You know what? I totally feel you. I'm sorry. I totally feel you because I felt the same way. But what I found out was by getting involved with this business, it allowed me to earn more money than I was making now. So I never had to worry about money again. So Jason, did you want to get in for the $550 package or the $16.99 package? $250, right? Do you guys realize that? Feel, felt, found. So again, I don't have any time, right? I don't have any time. You know, Lee, I totally feel you because I felt the same way when I first saw this. But actually what I found out was when I got into the business, it allowed me to get more time back because of the residual income. And now I can actually, you know, raise my daughter and spend more time with her. And would you like, you know, we want to get started with the $550 package, you know, and you're always going into the alternative close at the end of that. You guys follow me? Mm-hmm. You guys are like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Feel, felt, found, right? Feel, felt, found. It'll overcome any more objections that you guys might get. I'm a full-time student. So again, it goes back to time, right? That's a time issue. I'm a full-time student. I don't have time. But you know what? I totally feel you because I actually felt the same way when and if I wasn't a student, I'd use a story. You know, I totally feel you because my friend Gabby felt the same way when he first saw this. But what he found out was as a college student, by starting something part-time and having such a huge network at college, he could introduce this to his friends and family and then build a team. And now he's got a huge team and now he loves this business because of that gateway through college. So did you want to get started with a $550 package or the $16.99 package? Feel, felt, found, guys. I'm telling you, it works every single time. Objections, you know, I need to think about it. Let me do some research. I'm not good at sales. It's not for me. I'm saturated. Again, the feel, felt, found will go through any of these. Now, the toughest objection that I've ever gotten was, you know, I got to go home and talk to my wife because it's like I can't be like, well, I totally feel you because I didn't have, you know, I'm sorry. He said I had to talk to my husband, and so I couldn't relate and be like, I had to talk to my husband too. But I said I used, you know, I had to talk to my spouse thing, right? And so feel, felt, found is amazing for that. Feel, felt, found will overcome any objections. I assure you that. Again, there's more objections right there, but we understand that. Real quick, before we bring this plane down for landing, we're going to talk about phases of network marketing, guys. I have not talked about this for a long time, but this is something that I'm telling you has transformed my mindset, okay, in building this business. And phase one of this business, we call it phase one, okay? And this is where you're engaged in money-making activities, recruiting, retailing, one-on-ones, and spa parties or wild parties. Okay, so you're constantly doing activity, and this is what we call phase one, okay? And when you're in phase one, you have a forward-leaning motion. You are excited and experiencing growth and momentum in business, okay? You're experiencing major growth in business because you're in phase one. You're doing the one-on-ones, the wild parties, you're doing the activity. Does that make sense? But naturally, and how do I know this? Because I've been there many times, okay? Naturally, by going through this business for so long, you kind of fall into what we call phase two, right? And phase two is you're overseeing the doers, managing people in phase one. Okay, you start to kind of, you know, oversee the doers, managing the people in phase one. So what does this mean? You have slowed down, you're having problems, becoming a complainer and losing momentum. Okay, you're starting to lose momentum now because you're going from that leader role to what we call somewhat more of that managing role. Does that make sense? Okay. And and I'm telling you, it happens, right? It happens. And when you kind of get into this slump a little bit, you sometimes fall back into what we call phase three. And phase three is overseeing the overseers of the doers, managing people in phase two, right? Now what you're doing is you're overseeing the managers of the doers, and you know what I mean? You've literally went into management mode, okay? And here's what's happening is you've stopped working at this point. You have a lot of, I'm like, hold on. I'm like, is it me? You're having a lot of problems. You're very negative and are seeing negative momentum. Okay, you're seeing negative momentum. Okay, you're seeing negative momentum, and here's where we never want to be. And I've been here. No shame in the game. And here's what happens in phase four. You're overseeing the overseers of the doers, managing people in phase three. It's like a tongue twister, right? Oh, good. And you are looking at other opportunities or a job, and you are blaming everyone else, and you have lost most of your team. And see, here's the key, guys, is, does it happen to everybody? No. But does it happen? Yes, because it happened to me. Because I went into this leadership mode, and then I started to fall back into this management mode, right? And for me, as I started to build this business, you don't know what you don't know, right? And so for me, I started to fall back. And my mentor, it didn't take my mentor to just slap me up across the head real quick and say, Chi, wake up, right? And teach me this information. I didn't know until I was taught, right? And then I realized, hey, you know what? I got to get out of phase 4 and get back into phase 3, phase 2, and then phase 1. Get out of reverse and get back into first, right? And every single time. And I love this training because it's related to me and my business so deep. I can't even explain to you how deep that related to me and my business. But I'm telling you what, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Anybody can come back from phase 4 and get back into phase 1, okay? And so look, consistently being consistent. Plan 1 is this, guys. This is just an example. If you're recruiting one new agent on an auto ship in your pay leg, and the pay leg is the shorter leg, okay, you're pretty much doing a total income of $3,100 a month, okay, by doing just one new agent a day in the pay leg, okay, one new agent and or auto ship, okay, with a customer. It doesn't matter, okay. Now, if you do 3 a day, you're doing $7,300 a month. And if you're doing 5 a day, you're doing $11,000 a month. Now, understand, okay? This is, this is an example, okay? But understand, by going out, and this isn't you going out there and enrolling 5 people. It is you and your team going out there enrolling people on a daily basis. Does that make sense? So it becomes easier now. It's not just you going out there and lifting all the weight yourself. It's you and your team going out there, okay? And I love that. John D. Rockefeller says the best. I'd rather get paid 1% off of 100 people's effort rather than 100% of my own. See, if in one day, if I got paid $10 an hour, the most I could earn in one day is how much? If I got paid $10 an hour, the most I could earn in one day is how much? $240. And if I didn't sleep, the most I could earn is $240. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But if I could get paid 1 hour just off of 100 people's effort, how much would that be?
A lot.
$1,000, right? $1,000, right? So understand the difference is huge. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
So it's just huge. So look, guys. Based on time, I'm not going to touch into sponsoring here, but right now, what I do want to talk about is the regional, okay? Because I'm telling you, I'm so excited about this regional coming up. October 25th. We have not had a local leadership regional since March of this year, okay? And there's so much talent that has developed within our organization in just the past 6 to 7 months that I believe everyone should hear from them, okay? And I'm telling you, when we started having our own team regionals was when we started building major, massive momentum, and here's why. Everybody is saying the same thing. Everybody is doing the same thing. It's not some other leader coming in and kind of mixing the thought process up. It's everybody knows exactly what to do and is on the same page. Does that make sense? And when we were doing these regionals before, just in the beginning of the year, I'm telling you, it sparked so much momentum within the group. It was huge. Okay, so this regional is going to be huge. October 25th. I would definitely mark down in your calendars again, and let's start promoting for this event. And obviously, the ones of us in the room, we're going to be there. But the challenge is not for only us to be there. Okay, not you guys are in Ecuador, okay? But everyone else. But the challenge is this: is not for you to be there at the event. That's an obvious. But it's to challenge yourself to see how many other people you can get to that event. Because all I know is this: whoever has the most people at the events wins. Bottom line. People make big decisions at big events, and it's events like this that help make that decision for people, okay? So guys, I'm telling you what, I'm so fired up. So every single Monday, what we're gonna be doing is I'm gonna check the quality right after this, but every single Monday, we're gonna come back together, not only do the live event like we do here, but we're streaming it live as well. So for anybody that can't make it to the event, they can always tap in through online and watch the training and tap into what we've got going on, guys. So I'm telling you what, I'm fired up. Let's go out there. Let's win big, scatter, and multiply. Thanks for coming up.
You were waiting for that, weren't you?
Always.
They're going to Salvador, not Ecuador. Oh, El Salvador. I'm sorry, man. I'm Salvador. Ecuador, dude. Ecuador. I'm saying Ecuador the whole time. There's something else, but that's funny. Well, I'm fired up. We gotta take a quick picture. Awesome. That's what I'm fired up. So, we'll see. Yes. Guys. Yeah, that's.
Phenomenal training, sir. Like usual.
Thank you.
You already know, man. You already know. You already know the name to tell you, man.
Thank you. Thank
It's
you.
that
Thank you.
smooth, brother.
You know, I can't wait for the 25th.
Yeah,
And here's why.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next Monday.